thoughts. Let's now go over to Twitter, see how Twitter reacted to yesterday's victory over West Ham. All right, we've got it up now. First tweet is Rodrigo Bentancur, and there's Statman Dave with the tweet saying 103 touches, 100% tackles won, 100% long ball accuracy, 100% take-ons completed, and 95% passing accuracy. Bossed it. That is Rodrigo Bentancur. Absolutely fantastic stuff.
He really did. And also, like, in previous games where, we praise him and say he's played well, we're looking at him and, like, he's still doing those kind of dawdling on the edge of our boxes or losing the ball in really bad positions. But he didn't do that yesterday, and probably for the first game, to be fair. Yeah. And it was really good to see that.
Well, I think he did it a few times. He just got away with it. Like, he had the quality to come away with the ball. Like, for example, that moment, where he squeaked like on the edge of the box.
I'm talking about him actually losing the ball.
Yeah, he didn't do that.
Dangerous areas.
Yeah, he didn't do that. That's the thing. Maybe, yeah, true. Hotspur Edition says, this man showed Declan Rice levels today. Unreal player. Yeah, Declan Rice definitely struggled. Bentancur was definitely brilliant. Trevor Lloyd says the Antonio chant at the end was sung by the entire stadium. If he isn't backed and leaves this summer, I don't see how Levy recovers. No matter who comes in, upgrade the fullbacks, get another centre back and CM and a striker, and we'll be set. And yesterday was another great example. Yesterday, wasn't it, about if we just had two real good for wing backs who are consistent in the final third or have really good decision making in the final third or quality even. Then it's a different team, isn't it? Because how many times Reguilon's going through? Yeah. And as much as I appreciate he's getting in those positions constantly, which is a good thing because it's not easy to do that. The quality at the end of it needs improving.
He's just got no composure whatsoever in the final third at all, Reguilon. And I think that, that's where we're lacking at the moment in our good form is the fullback.
We would have scored 4 or 5 if we had wing backs who could really contribute. Yeah. Here's a lovely picture of Conte and Son from yesterday. Lovely hug there. Wholesome content for you guys. Absolutely brilliant.
Love it. When Sonny scored his first goal, putting his fingers to his lips like that, saying, maybe you shouldn't write me off and talk about me like that.
Exactly.
100% right.
Spurs fan holding up a sign saying Kurt Zuma shags cats at the back, at the corner.
I love it because I saw a tweet from Flav from the Fighting Cock, and he was like, I'm not a fan of signs at football, but I'm a fan of this. I'm a fan of this.
Brilliant. There's expressions with his cat. Just know he's getting an inflatable cat. You know that. Absolutely love that from expressions.
Someone must have been selling them outside because everyone had the same cat.
Yeah, I don't know if someone brought in a load and just handed them out or selling. I don't know. But that was brilliant. There's Emerson with a bit of shithousery. I don't know if you saw this. He's rolling around in pain and then just has a little cheeky smile and then starts rolling around again. I don't think he was hurt.
Did you see Son's one as well? Though I think Kurt Zuma hit the ball at him and it was like rolling along the ground, the ball, and then he just flies down to the floor.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that, to be honest. That wasn't the... Yeah, but that was brilliant as well. Felon82 says... Bandwagon jumpers won't like it, but Pierre-Emile Højbjerg has been solid the last few games. He's playing really well at the moment, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg.
Yeah, and I think it's something that we've been speaking about ever since he's come back into the team after the Wolves game. I think he's been absolutely brilliant, and like we said before, him and Bentancur really starting to strike up a partnership, and it hasn't taken them long, has it?
No,
it hasn't.
A few games, and that's it. They look a lot better. And was Bentancur's first start with Højbjerg, the City game?
Was that their first? Yeah, I think
together.
It was. Yeah,
because before then, he against Southampton, Bentancur came on, and then Wolves, Højbjerg was dropped, and then the next game was City, wasn't it? So, Michael Hamilton says Dyer and Romero are getting a lot of love recently, but let's not forget about Ben Davies. He's been very solid.
Yeah, and I think Ben Davies pretty much anything that came his way, he done the job yesterday. Ben Davies.
Yeah, absolutely right. One sec. David Moyes says Tottenham didn't create anything, sat on the counter and let us have the ball. Looking at the stats, 53% possession, 17 shots, 4 on target, beating them on corners as well.
Who said we didn't create anything?
David Moyes claimed that West Ham looked more likely to score than Tottenham in the second half. And he said that West Ham started the better as well, but Tottenham just caught them off guard twice.
I mean, how many chances did we have yesterday that we didn't put away? We had so many. I mean, we could have scored 4 or 5 goals yesterday.
Yeah, it was a bit of an odd... I thought it was a bit salty, actually, from Moyes yesterday after the game, but... Maybe he cares more than the fans about the game. Harry Kane says, great feeling, back-to-back wins at an important time. Big push after the international break. Yeah, and it was important, obviously, to get to break that hoodoo finally of the win-loss. 2 wins in a row, finally.
First time in this year.
And what a picture that is as well. Fantastic. Look at Kulusevski. That front three, man. Strikes fear into anyone at the moment.
Yep, and Kane laying it on for Son twice yesterday, adding to that partnership.
Exactly. Harry Brooks says, what having a player like Romero does with his decisiveness to go and win the ball with no hesitation is getting the opposition's head. They're now on the edge because they're thinking Romero is coming through me. Van Dijk, Silva, Romero, top 3 in the league. Do you think that? Van Dijk, Silva, Romero, top 3 in the league. That's Thiago Silva, I'm guessing, yeah. Diaz? Well, Diaz got to be in there, surely.
Nah, I'm not agreeing with that, to be honest. I'm not agreeing with that. I think that Romero is a young player coming in the Premier League. He's got a big future ahead of him, and I think he's playing really well, but he's not there just yet.
Does he get into Liverpool's and City's team right now? Ahead of Matip, maybe, Van Dijk?
Matip as well has had a really good season this year. Maybe. I think that if Liverpool had Romero, I think that, he'd be one of these players like maybe a Konate level where, he'll work his way into that team and eventually end up in that team. But I don't know if he's a ready-made player to go straight into the team for Liverpool.
Is he getting ahead of Laporte?
Don't think so.
No, I don't think he gets ahead of Diaz.
No, I don't think he gets into the Man City team either, but he's a young player coming through, and I think maybe in a year or two he will be. But right now, I don't think so.
But here's Romero's game by numbers. 92% passing accuracy, 7 possession 1. Wow, that's pretty high. 4 duels 1, 3 tackles, 3 interceptions, 3 clearances, 3 accurate long balls, and 1 big chance created. Bossed it, and he did absolutely boss it. And they had to haul off Antonio after 55 minutes.
Antonio looked knackered yesterday.
Yeah, he did. Jonathan Field says, never seen someone so scared when they're played in when they enter the penalty area than Reguilon. Played in again, the whole ground knew he would not score, and he did it a couple times. And that's 2 against Brighton now and 2 against West Ham, where he just didn't look convincing as soon as he got into the box, did he? And it's so annoying because he's played through by Kane and all that anticipation, and as soon as he gets into the box, it's like his touch goes off and he all of a sudden loses his composure. It's really frustrating, but looks great up until he gets into the penalty area.
I'd like to see Sessegnon in those positions. I really would.
We won't see it for another 4 weeks.
I know.
But the thing is, I think Reguilon's better than Sessegnon at getting to those positions.
I know, and I think that. But Sessegnon, when he does get into the final third, I just think he adds a bit more quality than Reguilon, but he just doesn't get there enough.
Yeah. Cats everywhere, says Lucky. There's another picture of the cat. Absolutely fantastic stuff yesterday. According to Scorecard, Rodrigo Bentancur won 100% of his tackles he attempted against West Ham. This is an iconic photo. Kane and Son yesterday. Absolutely, that's a great photo, isn't it? Absolutely really brilliant stuff. What a duo. What a duo.
It's actually the second time Conte's beaten West Ham, isn't it? Because we beat them in the Carabao Cup.
Beat them in the Cup, yeah. Exactly. And there's Son pointing to Kane's name on the back of his shirt. Another great picture. So many iconic pictures of the duo yesterday.
And I love what Sonny was saying in the interview after the game. He was like, did you watch it?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, Kane gave me 2 or 3 assists today. I need to give him some back next week.
Yeah, true. It is usually Kane assisting Son, isn't it? Although Son has got a fair few, but it is usually that way around. Extra Inch says, Son goes through some rough patches where his touch is a little erratic and sometimes even his finishing too. But what you always get from him is genuine elite movement. Intelligent runs that not only open up the pitch, but are findable when you have a player as good as Kane.
Completely agree.
Yeah, because you think these teams would have prepared for that partnership. They can't stop it because Kane is that good at passing and Son's movement is that good that there's only so much you can do when Son's on a run.
And add Kulu into the mix as well.
Yeah.
Which is, steps up an even a much bigger level. And I was reading this stat as well. I might have liked it, I'm not sure, but it was that since Kulu has joined Spurs, Kane has had 10 goal contributions, goal and assists. Son has had 7 and Kulu has had 6.
Wow. Well, there you go. They're already creating quite a good triple threat up front. Great picture of there. What a challenge from Romero on Yarmolenko. That was a brilliant challenge. So well timed. Remember it very well at the game. And Romero was brilliant. This is what you said. Since Kulusevski made his debut, Son 7 goals and assists, Kulusevski 6 goals and assists, Kane 10 goals and assists. Proper front three. There you go. That's exactly what you said.
Finally, we've got a proper front three, and that's not to put Lucas Moura down, but the facts of the matter is Lucas was never pulling up the numbers on a consistent basis.
No, that's just reality. There's a picture of Zuma from yesterday, surrounded by getting tied up by a bunch of cats. Absolutely love it. That was a great picture. Hotspur Edition says the fluidity of the front three in Kane, Son and Kulusevski is divine. You can see just from the link up, they're all on the same wavelength, and we are finally seeing the foundations being set for our side next season. Big things to come. Definitely. Squawkers say Harry Kane has provided more assists than any other Premier League player since the start of last season. He's got more assists than Trent and Bruno, and he also has 35 goals in that time.
Wow.
So he's got 19 assists since the start of last season, more than any other player.
Wow.
It's incredible, considering the creative players in the Premier League like Kevin De Bruyne and all these people. The fact that he tops the list.
I know. I was reading that
incredible.
yesterday, and I was just like, wow. But I mean, he did get the most last season, so obviously that plays into it.
He got 3 yesterday.
Yeah.
There's Ramon Vega retweeting our video from yesterday of Spurs fans in the South Stand. Absolutely brilliant. He says, Moose, my friend, have a good listen. Don't get nightmares about it. Having a bit of banter. Good old Ramon Vega.
We need to get Ramon Vega on, man. Every time I see him on streams, he's hilarious.
Yeah,
man.
He's a funny guy, isn't he?
He's hilarious.
And it was good quality last night, wasn't it, after the game? Everyone was having a great time celebrating the win against West Ham.
Yeah, and you saw all the salty West Ham fans quote retweeting you, being like, "Oh, I thought it was our cup final, not yours."
Absolutely love it. Can't get enough of it.
And what they realise is that they're all taking a picture of the programme as well in Antonio's notes, where he says every game is a cup final now. It doesn't say West Ham is a cup final now. It says every game is a cup final now, because we're fighting for big things in the league.
They don't know what it's like to have every game be a cup final.
Exactly. You know what it's like to having Tottenham as a cup final.
Exactly. Squawker says West Ham did not have a single shot on target in the second half against Tottenham, whilst their last shot of the game came in the 61st minute. Ran out of steam. That's absolutely right. I think they did definitely get very tired. Paul Coy says, thank you so much for reception. Great day, big win, and I'm back now up the Spurs. And it was very good to see Paul Coy.
Who was he interviewing at half-time?
Ledley King. And it was great to see him yesterday, and I'm glad he's back, because he's been missed.
Yeah, definitely.
At half-time.
Definitely. And we were having a conversation, weren't we, walking towards the stadium, and we just said that as much as however good Ben Haynes is, which he is, just when you hear Coity speak at half-time, you just feel like you're at home.
Yeah, and I think we've just missed that bit of energy he had at half-time, and it was a shame when he left. I'm glad he's back in the frame now. It's good to have him back. Then there were some pictures yesterday we were taken with us. Good stuff. Good DQTHFC. Big up to you guys. FV says Romero is the best centre back in the Premier League, man. It's insane how he does everything well, but when he occasionally makes a mistake, he makes up for it immediately.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying, wasn't I, in the review? As soon as he makes a mistake, he's on his bike straight away to try and make that up. When you look back at some of Harry Winks' performances this season, when he just makes a mistake and just dawdles back or walks slowly back, you know what I mean? It's night and day, isn't it?
It makes such a difference when you don't have players who you're kind of like Winks, who just can't get near anyone, can't make tackles and stuff like that. Against Middlesbrough, he made 0 duels, and it makes such a difference when everyone's contributing.
Yeah, I completely agree. But I think that people just need to calm down a bit, because it's just like when we win, everyone's like, yeah, everyone's the best player in the world and this and that. When we lose,
it's the life of social media.
Everyone's the worst player in the world. Yes, Romero's playing at a good level, but we don't have to go overboard and being like, yeah, he's the best centre-back in the league. Like, come on.
I don't know if you saw this. Antonio, I actually saw Dyer complaining about this at the time, but I didn't actually see what happened. But Antonio proper went in and elbowed him.
Yeah, I saw that. It
That was
ridiculous.
awful.
I don't know how VAR didn't pick that up.
It was terrible. Absolutely, just went in and proper
Leading with his
him.
arm into his face.
Yeah, full pelt as well. And I saw Dyer during the game shout at the referee saying, "He just elbowed me like that," but VAR didn't pick up. Apparently, no one saw anything. I think it was horrific.
Yeah.
Can
you get retrospective action on that?
Probably.
Or with VAR is retrospective action finished?
No, it's not. But they have to have missed it, and it's very unlikely that they missed it. I don't know. Maybe they did see it and didn't think anything of it. Football Joe says, "Name a better love story." Love it. Kane and Son, absolutely fantastic. James York says, "Really early days, and how can I say this about a cult hero? But definite vibes that Kulusevski might be the player we all hoped Lamela would be, but never quite was when he joined way back when."
Yeah, I mean, it's a very good point, actually. But, Kulusevski has come in, completely hit the ground running. Looks like he's been here for a number of years. One of our best players now. And I'm loving every second of it. And I definitely take your point saying that, because Lamela really never reached the heights we thought he would, didn't we? I mean, we saw a few flashes of brilliance from time to time with Lamela.
We have fun him playing cutting from the right now.
Yeah, and
actually look good.
Kulusevski has already pretty much done more than Lamela in Lamela's whole time here, pretty much.
Yeah, Lamela, I don't know if he ever got 2 goals and 4 assists over this short of a period in any season. You know what I mean? Very rarely. Hamill says, "Big fan of Christian Romero's attitude towards strikers that drop off. What I'm going to do, mate, is I'm going to follow you into space and give you a right good kicking. And because we're so deep, I'll get away with it at least twice. False 9, more like false leg, pal." Absolutely love that. There you go. Son, 9 goals and 4 assists in his last 15 games. Even an off-colour Son posts elite numbers, says Charlie Eccleshare. And that is what Son can do. Absolutely right. And then Premier League panel says Kane's playmaking as Conte's number 9 with better attacking wing-backs added in the summer on top of Son and Kulusevski. Kulusevski's runs is going to be a lethal combination.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we need better wing-backs, man. Because Kane's playmaking to the wing-backs is different class.
Yeah, and that's I was saying before, I think like the team are all playing at a really good level, and it's just if we had better wing-backs in this squad, we'd be scoring a lot more goals and creating a lot more than we actually are, and we're creating a lot at the moment.
And big up to Emerson GBLA as well. But apparently we both met him at different times outside the ground. Big up to him. There's Romero replying to a tweet from Tottenham with just the heart emojis after that showed a tackle from him. And then there's Kulusevski saying, "My team," with a white heart emoji. Fantastic stuff from Dave from Kulusevski. Lovely stuff. And finally, Cody Mack. Big up Cody. Since December 19th, Kane has 15 goals and assists. Son has 10. Top 2 in the Premier League. I've never seen a fan base fight about 2 world-class players like Spurs do over Kane and Son. A reminder, the phrase is Kane and Son, not Kane versus Son. Be grateful. You'll miss them dearly when they go.
Absolutely. 2 elite players, aren't they?
All right.
Absolutely the elite.
Is there? There's. I can see some tweets. People have been tweeting us. Let me see if there's anything to mention. No, that's it for now. That'll be it for Twitter for now.
All right. So that is how Twitter reacted to the brilliant win at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, beating West Ham 3-1 and putting them back in their place yesterday.